Despite being a commercially successful artist during the 80s with tunes including White Wedding and Rebel Yell, Billy Idol was always a punk and a rebel at heart, and nothing showed this better than during a stop in Thailand that ended with a pretty amazing arrest in 1989. That's what we're going to explore in today's video. Trashing hotel rooms is a pretty rock star cliche, at least it used to be. I feel like these days you don't really hear about rock stars trashing hotel rooms anymore. The 80s, which were a commercial high for Billy Idol's career, was also full of hedonistic behavior, with the musician indulging in copious amounts of sex and drugs, admitting to VH1's Behind the Music that he had died at least 3 times. In 1988, Idol was in a relationship with a woman named Perri Lister. They would have a son in 1989, and it was during the same year they also split. The straw that broke the camel's back was when Lister overheard Idol over the baby monitor talking to his mistress. The same year, Idol was in the studio working on his 4th album, Charmed Life. Wanting a break from the recording process and to forget about his failed relationship, Idol and a friend named Harry Johnson flew to Thailand to blow off some steam. The first week saw Idol and Johnson stay at the Orient Hotel in Bangkok, taking up residence in the presidential suite. The original idea, according to Idol, who spoke to Louder Sound, was for the pair to just drink and have sex with women, but not do any drugs. But things quickly came apart. Idol would tell Louder Sound, "We were just going to drink and not take any drugs. After about a week, drinking all the time was getting really heavy, so we asked the cab driver if he could get us some blow." It would turn out that what the cab driver came back with was heroin. Idol by this point hadn't used in 2 years, and the next 3 weeks would see him ingest copious amounts of drugs. The staff at the Orient Hotel would grow upset with all the escorts coming in and out of Idol's suite. At one point, the hotel staff requested the rocker to vacate his suite to make room for the president of Colombia who was visiting, and requested that room. Idol refused, and it was during the stay at the Orient the rocker ran into actor Mel Gibson, even if he was unconscious for it. Gibson and his family, who were staying at the same hotel, would find Idol passed out in the elevator with the door opening and closing on him. Mel really didn't say anything to the rocker except "excuse me." Reports in the media have varied widely about how much damage was caused at the Orient Hotel. I've seen estimates ranging from $10,000, as reported by the Chicago Tribune at the time of the incident, going all the way up to $250,000. Now, perhaps the $250,000 figure was a cumulative total of all the destruction and mayhem he caused on his 3-week vacation. After 2 weeks, the plan was for the pair to head home to LA, but their partying didn't stop, as they soon headed south to a seaside resort called the Royal Cliff Hotel in Pattaya. Their destruction only continued. Fueled by drugs, the pair rented jet skis from a local family, which they then proceeded to play chicken with, resulting in one of the skis getting damaged and sinking. Idol would have to pay hush money to the family in the order of $25,000. The Chicago Tribune would interview staff at the hotel shortly after the incident, with the manager of the Royal Cliff Hotel telling the paper, "We could hear the destruction going on in the room. It made a terrible noise." The paper would go on to write, and I quote, "Employees tried to intervene but were dissuaded by a friend who assured them that Idol would pay for the damages in full." Sure enough, the 33-year-old boy under later shelled out $11,200 for a smashed television, shattering sliding windows, and hacking teakwood furniture. The pair headed back north to Bangkok, this time staying at the Royal Orchid Sheraton Hotel, and their room was met with the same respect as their 2 previous residences. The Tribune would report that Idol caused another $6,000 in damages. The Thai military would have to be called in to deal with the rocker and his guest, and a nurse would shoot the musician with a tranquilizer dart, and he would be strapped to a gurney surrounded by armed Thai soldiers and taken to the airport, where he would fly back home. When he returned home to Los Angeles, Idol wrapped up work on his album Charmed Life. Idol would tell VH1's Behind the Music, "I was very lucky. I expected they could have put me in prison." Charmed Life would be released in 1990, and it would be the last hit album of his career. He would tell the West Australian when promoting his autobiography, "It takes a long time for drug addicts to see. There's a honeymoon period and then it wears off. It takes you forever. 10 to 15 years really to see the honeymoon was over a long time ago." That does it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like button and subscribe. We'll see you again in Rock and Roll Your Stories. Take care.